Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to Romans 13. I got this little planker here that I want to show you. So, it definitely has some kick. Okay, so we got this little dart here. So you can see that that's cinnamon and super glue on both sides. Then you got it sharpened up. You can go over the tip with cinnamon and super glue too. And then we have some kind of a tube. This is discarded doggy bag chamber. We're going to flip the rubber band inside out. This little tab here will hang out the back. You just kick it off. And remember, when you make your darts, they have to be shorter than the tube, and this one is slightly shorter, so it has more of an overhang. Flipping the rubber band inside out is going to give it more potential energy, and it's going to kick off, so it makes it like a little pistol. Another thing you can do is, if it's not too wide, you can put an X-Acto blade on the tip of this. So what I'm thinking is, because I'm kind of making this video on the fly, I want to show this to you guys real quick, because sometimes you guys struggle with making DIY projects. You can see it's just a zip-tied doggy bag tube. Got it hot glued in place. The rubber band sitting in the middle with a snare. You're gonna pull it forward, flip it inside out. Simple mechanism. You just got a handle on one of these cheap dollar saw blades that are janky. I'm gonna break this off with pliers. I'm gonna slide it up on this shish kebab stick, and we're gonna have a crazy little razor dart. Okay? It's gonna be really simple. Loading it though is gonna be the dangerous part. So I'd like to recommend, if you guys do this, just use a dart and don't put any razor blades on it. Don't do anything crazy like that. I'm going to be muzzle loading it with a stick. I'm going to modify this stick so that it can handle the load without splitting in half, because we don't want that to happen. Okay, a little bit of hot glue on the stick. A lighter to roll it around. That should handle the load pretty fine. Okay, you can see how this guy fits in there. One thing that's important is to make sure that we have a clearance here where this guy can fit in there with a little bit of wiggle room. And what you want to try to do is keep the dart end on the bottom when you're drawing it back in the system. That way you can lift up and kick it off so it shoots forward. I'm going to go over this with super glue and cinnamon. Should be good to go. There we go. The auto record just sucks. And one thing about using super glue and seasoning, it always seems to cake your fingers up. So there's a little dart. The idea is you flip this rubber band inside out, fold it down like I said, then you got to muzzle load it. I got this hot glue built up at the bottom here, and you want to make sure you have clearances for just about everything, and so far everything is pretty good. You want a little bit of wiggle room for that too. So I think this little pistol is going to work out great. There's really no safe way to load this. Just kind of muzzle load it, try to keep your hand out of the way. But you can see how the rubber band goes inside out. You always want to point this in a safe direction. Firearm safety, that's why I got to point it at the floor. And now we have a target. So 3, 2, 1. Gonna just oops, had it on the zip tie. Gonna just kick up with that. Looks like it ricocheted a little bit. Oh, that looks so much better. Here's a little razor derringer. We're going to do a water bottle test. Kind of up close and personal. That's okay. All you got to do is push up to kick this guy off. Looks like we got penetration. Yeah, that's spraying out. So that's a very good sign for this little tiny rubber band powered tool right there. It's not much, but imagine, you hit something with pressure, and then this is happening, We need to start wrapping these in rubber bands when we do tests, but if it can penetrate a water bottle, it might be able to over-penetrate on a person. So, our little razor dart here, I call that a success, but I kind of want one more shot. Here's one more shot. Now what I'm doing is I'm muzzle loading this, but I'm pushing down on the smaller stick, using a shish kebab stick, and trying to keep my hands clear of the device. Like a pinch. 3, 2, 1. Made another hole. And you can see that little spray there. So that's about as much power as this little guy gets. If you guys are interested, you can give this guy a try. Using a longer tube means that the rubber band will have more potential energy because you got to pull it back. So imagine a longer pen tube on here, but then it won't be a derringer. You won't have a smaller barrel. You see what I'm saying? Thanks guys, bye.